What's up guys, JV2017 here, and today I'm going to share the exact build that I'm going to be using when Automatron releases tonight. As I'm sure a lot of you are, I am very excited to get my hands on the DLC and finally play it, and also I'm going to be doing a Let's Play here on the channel, so stay tuned for that, also releasing tomorrow here on my channel. Before I show you my build, I wanted to share a bit of information revealed earlier today for those wanting to play exactly when the DLC is available for your console and in your region. So, Bethesda shared that the DLC will be available on Xbox One and Steam on PC at midnight Eastern time in North America and midnight locally in Europe. So it's the same time on both Xbox One and PC. On PS4, the DLC will launch in Europe at midnight locally, so the same as Xbox One and PC, but in North America, it doesn't come out until 1 p.m. Eastern time on Tuesday. That's tomorrow. I'm not sure why that's the case, but it's really unfortunate for some of you PlayStation guys that really wanted to play the DLC as soon as possible. You're gonna have to wait a little bit longer, which really sucks. If you're looking for the release time in your time zone, you don't understand how to convert from Eastern to your time or whatever, check the description below where I've left plenty of info for you. Onto my build. Since we're only about 6 or 7 hours away from the time this video is going up, I'm hoping some of you can use this build in some form or fashion in order to maximize your efficiency with this content. I know the DLC is almost out, you can't make a new character and, start from ground zero, but as I shared last week, the level requirement to play Automatron is level 15, which is why I'm showing you this build at the minimum level, requirement, which is 15. And whether you're right around this requirement or way above it, like a level 70 or something, like it's your main character, I hope you can use this to make the most out of your time with this new content. You want to make sure that you can do everything possible. This is the build for you. My special stats are 3 strength, 5 perception, 3 endurance, 1 charisma, 8 intelligence, 6 agility, and then finally 3 luck. This is a 29-point build, which includes the special book found very early in the game in the Soul Survivor's house. Then you could also add the 1 perception bobblehead from early in the game to increase accuracy and VATS if you wanted to. That would make it a 30-point build with 6 perception. This is the special I'm choosing for several reasons. First off, the intelligence tree is huge in this DLC because we're going to be crafting things, and a lot of these things are going to require gun nut, science, and robotics expert. There's already some gameplay out. I'm not allowed to show it here on the channel because it's not available in my region yet, but there is proof that you will need robotics expert, you will need science, and you will need gun nut for a lot of, or robotics expert's kind of reserved for a lot of the advanced mods, but science and gun nut are some preliminary things that you're going to need for a lot of the modding for your robots when you're creating them and building them. Since creating our own robot companions is the main gameplay component, the core focus of this DLC, that's why I put so much focus into intelligence, that being my highest special stat at 8. As for the rest of the build, I really went for the bare minimums in a lot of the categories, but I have 5 perception and 6 agility, obviously focusing in combat, and I will come out and say my bias for most builds is towards combat. I want to be deadly, I want to be efficient, and I want to be effective. 5 perception will ensure that you're having pretty fair, average accuracy in VATS to make sure you're actually hitting your targets, and 6 agility is to ensure that you can keep shooting them. Make sure you have enough action points to, take down as many targets as you can in one single VATS. Again, these are my biases because you may favor a more charisma heavy build. You may want to be able to talk your way throughout the Commonwealth and throughout this DLC instead of shoot your way. So there's a lot of different ways to do this. I just do firmly believe that intelligence is the dominating tree in this build. It should be a focus no matter what you do with the other special categories. Next, let's take a look at the perks that I chose. I'm going to show you the exact order that I chose these perks in, although I don't think it really matters, and this is up to level 15. Just remember that. So first off, I took gun nut, science, and robotics expert. The first 3 levels I leveled up, and so these are just really important perks. They're going to be required for some of the crafting, and I want to be able to do all of the crafting. So that's why I took gun nut, science, and robotics expert first right off the bat. Next, I took Scrapper because Scrapper allows you to get extra components when breaking down weapons and armor. Of course, we're going to need these components to craft our robotic companions. That just makes sense. So I took Scrapper fairly early. Next, I took Rifleman, but really you can supplement this with your favorite direct damage category, whether it be explosives, commando, gunslinger, any of those things. I would just pick one of those. That's generally what I do with most builds, and I choose Rifleman just because I think Rifleman's very strong. My next 3 perks I chose were Life Giver, Scrounger, and Bloody Mess. So Life Giver obviously gives you a little bit of extra health. I like to play this game on a higher difficulty, at least until the new survival mode comes out, but Life Giver just gives you that extra bit of health. I like that. Scrounger, obviously, you're able to find more ammo and more fusion cores, so if you want to go into power armor for this, it would definitely help you out with that. Bloody Mess, I'm just a big fan of Bloody Mess, just a flat damage increase no matter what weapon or anything that you're using. I think Bloody Mess is also very strong. Next, I chose Armorer for the intention of really leveling that up into the higher levels for Ballistic Weave, because I've heard word on the street, and I'm not going to spoil exactly what the armor is, but some very special armor that you get in this DLC, you can actually put Ballistic Weave on, which makes it incredibly good. So that's the reason I went for Armorer. The last 5 perks that I chose up to level 15 are just the second rank of perks I've already mentioned. So we've got Rifleman, Life Giver, Scrounger, Gun Nut, and Bloody Mess, all rank 2. So I've already really explained why I'm taking these perks. It's just amplifying those effects, and Gun Nut is something I recommend you guys take as soon as possible. Same with Science and Robotics Expert, because again, these are going to be core things. We need them to build certain mods, and if you want to have the widest range of mod options, you need to pick those perks. I wanted to take this another step further and show you guys what kind of armor and weapons I'm going to use. First off, I'm going to be using combat armor because it just is generally a very strong set of armor you can get fairly early in the game. I made a video, maybe 2 months ago already, that shows you some very easy early game locations for combat armor, and they are Jamaica Plain Town Hall on the very second floor, I believe. There's a dead gunner there, and also Parsons State Insane Asylum. You can get combat armor from both of those locations, a full set if you go to both of them at level 10. It's definitely doable, and so if you guys want to do that, if you want a further, more in-depth guide on how to do those things and actually see where you're going, link in the description below to that video, again, I made a few months ago. As for the weapon I'm choosing, it really doesn't matter. It depends solely on the direct damage perk that you choose to specialize in with your build. Obviously, I chose Rifleman. You guys might have chosen Demo Expert or Gunslinger or Commando, or, you know, maybe you're a melee character, you know, that would be the category, and you just want to pick the best weapon from that. But I do want to let you guys know that robots across the board are more resistant to energy damage. They have lower energy resistance than they do ballistic damage, which is just normal bullets. So if you want to choose your weapon based on enemy resistances, I think that's a very smart way to do things, and an energy weapon would definitely be the best way to go. Additionally, as I mentioned in my how to prepare for the Automatron DLC video a few days ago, I think that was late last week, you want weapons or legendary weapons, if you have the option, that have the troubleshooter's modifier that does plus 50% damage to robots. That's something that is going to be really hard to just, you know, find on your own. You have to be really lucky in order to get it, or if you're playing on a higher difficulty, you'll have more drops, of course, and so you may have a higher chance of finding that weapon. But if you have it stashed away, go ahead and pull that out and use it for this DLC. It just makes a lot of sense. That's all I have to share with my build, and you can actually catch me playing that here on my channel, on my YouTube channel, in Let's Play form. I'm thinking about hour-long videos, probably one per day over the next week, however long it takes me to beat the DLC, of course, and I will be recording with my webcam, so you'll see me in the bottom right corner, and it will be live commentary, unscripted. So I'll be playing along with you guys. It'll be a lot of fun. Hope you guys are looking forward to it. In the comments below, let me know what you all are doing in terms of your build and your character. Are you starting a new character at level 15 like I am? Or are you taking your really high level character and just continuing, maybe going after Robotics Expert or Science or whatever other perks you were missing out on? Share all of that in the comment section below. Alright guys, today I shared my Automatron starter build for the new DLC coming tomorrow to Fallout 4. And next time we will cover more Fallout on my channel, so stay tuned for Fallout 4 tips and tricks videos. If you learned something new, remember to hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe for more DLC coverage and Automatron Let's Play and general tips and tricks videos. Talk to you guys next time. Peace.